We have the new best seed inside of Roblox Grow A Garden, which is the new Crimson Thorn. This thing is the first ever transcendent seed inside of the seed shop that actually is better than the Candy Blossom, the Maple Resin, and the Bone Blossom. So this thing is going to be an insane value, and we're about to get every single mutation on it to make it even better. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. And also, we do have the new pet. I went ahead and just did this where I skipped all of the tiers in the past so we could get this new pet, the Masuchi. I believe that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and plant the Crimson Thorn. We're also going to go ahead and move this. This is my carrot here with the shock mutation with some extra mutations on it. However, we have all these mutations over here. We AFK'd for like 24 hours during the admin events, so we got a ton of mutations. We also even have the rainbow mutation up here. So we're just going to use our Spino today to move that over, and we're going to save some time with a lot of our pets. And we have a ton of other mutations done that we can save time getting today. So that should help us out a lot. So we have this carrot here. We're going to use our Ryzen in a second, but first thing we're going to do is actually spawn in these mandrakes here, and we're going to spawn in... Oops, that's a mandrake seed. We're spawning our mandrakes. Apple gazelle. We're going to spawn some mandrake seeds in right here. We're going to go ahead and drop down an advanced sprinkler right over these. Grab some watering cans, which, by the way, apparently there's super watering cans now. How? Oh, that's what... Wow, the super watering can is very fast. Okay, that's actually crazy. All right, but anyways, let's go ahead and watering can these mandrakes here with the advanced sprinkler. Wow, that's a big mandrake we just got. Never seen one that big. That's kind of crazy. All right, we're going to pick these up, though. Try to get the rot mutation done. There we go. We got the rot mutation applied to a sugar apple. So we're good there. We're going to now go ahead and spawn in a couple of my sugar apples here. We have a grow all tool we're going to go ahead and use and just go ahead and grow all with this. And our apple gazelle is... actually looks a little different. Did he get a new texture? Or no, his apple's gone. That's why. All right, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and boost him, though, with a toy here. And we're going to go ahead and pick these up and attempt to get the warp mutation done. All right, we actually did not get the warp mutation from that. So let's go ahead and try it again. Bro, we usually have warp by now. What is going on? All right, well, I guess I'll use this one. And if not, we'll use our main account to start growing all because something is not right here. All right, I guess we'll just keep trying because I don't know why I cannot get a warp mutation today.
2 seconds later.
All right, well, apparently looking in the Discord server, the warp mutation is broken right now. So I just spent like 1,000+ Robux to try and get it, and we're not able to get it. So I guess it's actually broken. People are reporting in the Discord that it is not working. So I guess we're not going to be getting warp mutation today, which is unfortunate. But all right, we're going to go ahead and move on then. Sorry that I'm not getting warp today, but we have some extra ones anyways that we can apply instead of warped, so it should be fine. But anyways, from there, let's go ahead and just reclaim these sugar apple trees then, and we picked up all those pets, and then let's go ahead and get a big Crimson Thorn to grow in. Now I gotta pick up these ones that have grown in. So this thing's actually pretty cool. It's like a staircase. You can literally just climb this thing all the way to the top, so it's pretty insane. I don't know if this is a bigger one or if these can be smaller, bigger. I think it's got to be about this size, but we actually have a rainbow one there, but we do have rainbow mutations down there that we're gonna use our Spino smooth over, so that's fine. And all right, this one's clear, so now we can go ahead and get our sprinklers ready. So let's go ahead and just get these done here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a Grandmaster Sprinkler, Master, Godly, Advanced, and Basic. There we go. So that way we can get some big Crimson Thorns in here. And then we're also going to spawn in some Mooncats. So let's go ahead and spawn in quite a few Mooncats here. And let's go ahead and spawn in one Triceratops to speed up some progress. All right, so we just got to wait for a big Crimson Thorn now. And once we get one, we can actually go ahead and just start applying mutations to it because we already have rainbow done over here. So we do not need to use our butterfly today. We do not need to use our queen bee. We also have oil, so we won't need to use junk bot. We already have ceramics, so we won't need to use the jackalope. We already have plasma, so we don't need to use the peach wasp. We already have tempestuous, so we don't need to use the pterodactyl. Now we do have meteoric, but we don't have molten, so we'll have to use the lobsters for just a little bit, but not for too long. But anyways, it looks like we're good. Our mooncats are stacking up nicely on our Crimson Thorn here. We have some sprinklers going, so hopefully we can get a pretty big Crimson Thorn to grow in and then start getting some mutations on it. I'm excited to see the price of this thing. I believe it's going to be worth a lot of money, so we should be good. All right, we are back, and yeah, we got some pretty big Crimson Thorns here, dude. These things are humongous. Now I don't even know which one is our biggest one. It's kind of hard to tell because of how big these are, but I think this gold one up here seems to be the biggest out of all of them. Oh wait, no, I think it's this one right here, this one at the bottom. Let me do a quick stud check here. This one has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and a half. And this one on the end here has 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yeah, never mind. So I think this one's actually the biggest, the gold one up there. All right, well, okay. It looks like we have our picks. I'm going to go ahead and favorite this one real quick and then harvest the rest of them. All right, so now this one up here is ready to go and it's favorited, and that way we won't accidentally pick it up or anything. So we can go ahead and start getting some stuff done here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and we already actually have chocolate done on one of these sugar apples over here. So I'm actually gonna save the chocolate spray that I have, and here comes my kit soon, by the way, and it's going to apply which chakra version. Okay, just regular chakra, that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply pollinated, and we don't need to do chocolate because we already have it. So I will do a honey glazed sprinkler. Here it is, so we can get honey glazed on that. And then over here on my main account, I'm going to go ahead and apply some sprays here. And since we already have the shock mutation over there and tempestuous and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and only have to apply the cloud touch mutation, the glimmering mutation, and luminous. And there we go. This thing is looking nice. We have a couple mutations added to it already, and our spinos will really take over in a little bit and move a lot of the stuff over. And we can go ahead and start using some of our guaranteed pets and getting those mutations done. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up all these mooncats, and let's go ahead and get down the list here. So first off is our Ryzen. Gonna go ahead and spawn him in so we can get the static mutation done and out of the way. I'm also gonna spawn in our lemon line for the brain rot mutation, the golden goose for the fortune mutation, corrupt kitsune for corrupt chakra or foxfire corrupt chakra, and the cockatrice for the toxic mutation. We're also gonna go ahead and spawn in our phoenix here for the flaming mutation. We can go ahead and spawn in the spriggan for the blue mutation. Let's do the swan, and then before we do the spriggan, let's actually bring out our new friend here, the Mizuchi, which we have a rainbow one from paying through the premium pass. So we're gonna go ahead and spawn this guy in, which can actually give us the new Azure mutation. This says when selling fruits with Azure, there's a 12% chance that a random mutation from that fruit will be applied to a fruit in your garden. So once we sell this, if we ever do, the one that we're about to get Azure on, we can possibly get it to duplicate onto something else. But that isn't really that great, considering that this thing already has a 24% chance to spread it anyways every 3 minutes. So we're fine as it is. I'm gonna go ahead though, and let's go ahead and place some more carrot seeds around here so our pets have an easier time to apply mutations and we have better chances to get everything done. And there we go. So we have our first set here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my toys in my inventory, and with that we can actually, I think we can boost this guy to even give him a better chance, and it shortens his cooldown a little bit, but that bumps us to 29%, so we should be able to get the new Azure mutation pretty quick. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and just get some more pets ready in my hotbar that are guaranteed mutations, or we consider guaranteed mutations. So I'm gonna get a spriggan in there. Let's get our kappas ready in our hotbar. And we can actually skip the disco beast today and go straight to the chicken zombies because we already have disco on quite a few of our fruits over here. So we can skip a lot of our pets today, and we're actually going to have even more mutations than we normally do, but this is going to be faster because of all those admin mutations that we have. So this Crimson Thorn will actually probably literally be the most mutated Crimson Thorn so far in Grow A Garden, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So yeah, hopefully this thing will be living up to people's expectations. I feel like we could have probably got that thing a little bit bigger than it is, but that's a good size, and we're going to get a lot of mutations on it. So we should make some good money here.
Nope.
Wow, almost 30% chance, and it just failed. Our Mizuchi just failed the Azure mutation. Shame, shame. Also, I don't know exactly what event this is from. I'm sure I'll find out, or it's an admin event, but we do have this new glided or gilded mutation. I don't know what that's from. I'm going to screenshot that, though. That's new. I don't know. That might have been an admin one. All right, so Lemon Line is giving us brain rot now, which is on a sugar apple over there, so that's perfect. We can go ahead and pick him up. Swan will give us graceful now. All right, that was applied to one of our carrots. I don't know exactly which one because we have so many. Maybe one of these. Yeah, right here on this carrot. All right, so our swan is done. So we can go ahead and pick up our swan as well. And I think we could boost our phoenix. Yeah, that'll save a couple minutes there. We can go ahead and boost our Raiju, save a couple minutes, and then boost our golden goose and also save a couple minutes and get those guys out of the way. But now we do have some extra pet slots, so we're gonna go ahead and bring in our spriggan to give us bloom. And I guess we can actually go ahead and do our badger real quick to get the cracked mutation out of the way, since this one's a little bit faster than the kappas and the chicken zombies. So let's go ahead and get the badger done. With the boost, he only takes about a minute and 40 seconds, so we'll get cracked done pretty quick. All right, we're about to get flaming done as well, and then we'll get static done shortly after that. All right, so our phoenix is going to give us flaming. There we go. A bunch of sugar apples have flaming now, and some carrots. Tons of sugar apples actually have. I'm gonna pick up that one carrot since we don't need it on that then. Phoenix is done. There we go. I boosted the cockatrice, so he'll be done with the Raiju in just a minute. Let's see if we get Azure now. No, not yet. All right, well, we'll just keep waiting for that. That's fine. All right, but we do have another pet slot open then, and we'll go ahead and spawn in our first Kappa to give us Bloodlet. Also, I don't know why I can't hear any of the pet sounds. Okay, I can hear the Kappa, but no one else is making noise today. Everyone's just quiet. Everyone's being shy today. They're not telling me anything. I can hear all the other sounds besides the pet sounds. I don't know. I guess this update has come with some bugs. All right, so now our cockatrice here is going to give us the toxic mutation, and our Raiju is going to give us the static mutation. So that'll be another 2 mutations done. And once those guys are out of the way, we can spawn in another Kappa and also get some chicken zombies going. Okay, we got cracked on a ton of stuff over here. So we are good and toxic. We got on some carrots and actually on, I think, our Crimson Thorn directly. I think it's that one up there. So I think we're good. We can go ahead and pick up our cockatrice. Since toxic is done, we can pick up our giant badger since cracked is obviously done on multiple plants. And our Raiju is now, okay, he ate something over here, but he did give us static. I don't know which one he ate. I thought I favorited all my shock fruits, but hopefully he didn't eat one that was important. Everything should have been favorited, so the one that he probably ate was one that I didn't really care about then, and I just missed, so that's fine. But there we go. We have a static carrot. We have plenty of static apples. We can go ahead and pick up the Raiju as well, and we have 3 pet slots open, so I'm gonna go ahead and spawn another Kappa to give us Bloodlet done faster, and then get 2 chicken zombies in here to get zombified done soon. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw some more carrot seeds down so our Kappas have an easier time giving us Bloodlet, and our Spriggan will give us an easier time for Bloom. Also, yeah, some of our pets that aren't making sounds are just bugged. Like this chicken zombie has no nose. This Krupp Kitsune is missing ears. So I don't know if it's just a Roblox thing. The Spriggan's missing some branches. So like, yeah, the pets are very bugged right now. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's just a painful day for my pets. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fortune egg done. Now let's go ahead and boost this Mizuchi again. Hopefully we can get that mutation done, please. Still failed. That's actually crazy. It's about a 30% chance and this dude is just failing in life. That is sad. I don't know why you're being so sad today, but you know what? My golden goose never lets me down. Free fortune egg right here. Thanks, buddy. All right. Thanks for that fortune mutation. I'm gonna go ahead and pick you up now and move this over here. All right, so yeah, we have a few more pets we gotta wait for here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for our Mizuchi to maybe give us a Zor, or you know, our Krupp Kitsune will probably be next, and then we have our Spriggans, Kappas, all that. I want to make sure these guys are still boosted so we can get Bloodlet done a little bit faster, and that should be good. So I'll be back in a minute when we get some more mutations done, and I'm also with that extra slot gonna spawn in another chicken zombie so we can get zombified done fast and out of the way. All right, we did get the Azor mutation applied to this carrot just now, so that is done. Our new Mizuchi pet is done with its mutations, and our Kappa is watering some carrots. So as long as it can stick right here, we'll get Bloodlet done within the next minute. But we're gonna go ahead and pick up, where is he? Here we go. Pick up this guy, boost the Krupp Kitsune, get that done in a couple minutes, and then hopefully we'll also get Bloodlet done in a minute and a half. I guess I'll go ahead and move these pancakes over here just so the Kappas hover over here a little bit more and give us blood a little bit faster. All right, so I also just realized that I thought we didn't need our Peach Wasp because we had Abyssal, but I'm not thinking correctly. That's for when you get Void Touched with the Space Squirrel. So we actually need the Peach Wasp still for Plasma because that's completely different. So I'm going to actually spawn in our Peach Wasp because we do need to get that guaranteed mutation done. And in the meantime, though, our Krupp Kitsune is about to apply Krupp Chakra or Foxfire Krupp Chakra so we can get that done. And once he's done with that, oh, you know what? I realized I was going to buy the Fall Fountain, but it's kind of too late for that, isn't it? Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm gonna buy that and then use that instead of the Grizzly Bears to get the fall mutation, but I gotta still use Grizzly Bears because I didn't buy the fountain in time. I should have done that, but anyways, it's fine. All right, so we have Krupp Chakra applied to a sugar apple and some carrots. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the carrots since it's done on the sugar apples. Actually, I think it's on one of these carrots. So pick up the Krupp Kitsune, replace it with the Grizzly Bears so we can get fall done because I'm dumb and I didn't buy the fall fountain like I should have. And yeah, then once these guys are done, we'll just stock up on chicken zombies and then get ready for our AFK grind since everyone else should be done with their mutations. Now, I don't know why Jandel did this, but it makes me sad that when you actually come in here now, you can no longer craft. Excuse me, hold on. But you can no longer craft the shocked mutation spray, the glimmering mutation spray, and the pollinated one. You can only do chocolate. I don't know if they moved it to the mutation spray merchant. Maybe they did that. I have to actually look, but I'm sad that they did that because I was going to restock on those. But I guess that is why the Firefly is a thing now to get the shock mutation from this, since they decided to remove the sprays from the crafting. So yeah, we got 2 Fireflies though, so these guys will come in handy for when we need the shocked, but yeah, kind of goofy they did that, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. I keep yawning. I'm really tired. I gotta get this recorded, bro. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I've hardly slept last night, and I'm dying. But I gotta do the Crimson Thorn. We gotta see what the Crimson Thorn is worth. Okay, so I'm dying for you guys. I hope you love me for that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'm gonna boost this grizzly bear with the pet toy again, but I'm also going to use, I have some small pet toys, so I think I can boost them with this as well. Yeah, so we have 2 pet toy boosts on him. That'll give him a 13% chance now. I will also boost the Spriggan, and I'll give us Bloom in a second, and boost another Kappa to give us Bloodlet done, hopefully in a minute here. All right, let's see if we get Fall, and let's see if we get Bloodlet. All right, Shay's coming over here. Good job. Please do not move over there. Please don't go back over there. All right, that failed. Shay, buddy. Come on, Bloodlet, please, somewhere. Okay, only wet. He only gave wet on 4 carrots. All right, so I just boosted my Kappa here, and we got a Bloodlet carrot, actually 2 of them, so we are good with Bloodlet and our Kappas. I can go ahead and move this over here. Spriggan is also done. As you can see, he just farted all over the place and gave us the blue mutation on a bunch of stuff, including our sugar apples. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of some of these carrots, but there we go. That gives us some more pet slots. So picking up the Spriggan, picking up the Kappas, and our chicken zombies should be done shortly, and hopefully we get Fall done soon too. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these wet carrots just to get some of these out of the way, clean up the mutations a little bit, because we have so many that the Spinos already have to move over, so let's make their job a little bit easier. Okay, I think these are all good over here. Yeah, our Kappas didn't really come over here. All right, and I guess we'll go ahead and start with our gnome now to get gnome done, and we can go ahead and put our lobster in to get Bolton done, since we already have meteoric, and I'll save a little bit of time in the long haul so we can get Spinos to start moving stuff over. And we'll go ahead and put one more grizzly bear in to get Fall done a little bit faster, and that should help. Now we have some chicken zombies almost done here, and I think I can boost them with toys, and they'll be in the time limit here. So there we go, they're boosted. I guess I can boost this one with a small toy, and there we go. Let's see if we get zombified done. There we go, zombified's done to a sugar apple. That's good. So we can go and pick up these chicken zombies, and now we just gotta wait for plasma, hopefully get Fall, and we really don't need to wait for gnome to get done, or molten. These guys are technically just our AFK pets, but we can wait if we want. But since we're gonna wait to get plasma done anyways and Fall, I'll wait, and once we get plasma and Fall at least done, then we'll put in the rest of our AFK pets. But we should be good for now. I guess for now, since we gotta wait anyways for these guys, I'll start throwing in some more of our AFK pets. I'll put our Griffin in, I'll get our spaghetti slot in to start getting those done, and we can go ahead and put in, I guess, our Crepe Scarlet, and then we can do our Tranquil in just a little bit. And we go ahead and get some toys ready to boost our grizzly bears again to hopefully give us Fall and get that out of the way. Please give us Fall. Please give us Fall. There we go. We got Fall on a carry. Just got to do a little chant. All right, so grizzly bear number 1 is done. Grizzly bear number 2 is done, and we are good. So I'm gonna go ahead and travel this carrot over here into our collection. We go ahead and spawn in our Tranquil Scarlet, and we are technically ready for our AFK setup. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait to fully AFK until we get plasma done, since this is only gonna take another 14 minutes. But for now, we do have that extra pet slot, so I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in our first Mega Spinosaurus here to start moving over mutations to our Crimson Thorn up there that is still favorited, so we can't eat anything off of that. But yeah, we have a lot of mutations that these guys have to eat off of our sugar apples, off of our carrots, so we got to get started getting these things moved over. All right, so our Peach Wasp just applied the plasma mutation to a carrot over here. For some reason I thought it was just going to sting again, but it was doing its mutation, so that's nice for us, and plasma is done. So with that, we can go ahead and pick up our Peach Wasp, and now all of our guaranteed pets are done, and we're pretty much ready to just go in AFK mode. So I'm gonna throw in another Mega Spino in there, and pretty much now we are just going to wait for more mutations to get done from our other pets, and once more mutations get done, we'll place some more Spinos, Mimic Octopuses, all that, so that way we can get everything to just move mutations over and get it to this Crimson Thorn so we can check the price and hopefully be rich. But in the meantime, I'm going to just go ahead and real quick just wait and see if we can get Cyclonic done, because if we can, then we can go AFK with another Spino in the mix, and that will actually help save some more time, because we have a lot of mutations that we need to get moved over today. So it's probably already going to take an hour or two for them all to get moved over. So the more Spinos that we have, the faster that will be. So yeah, let's just see if we get Cyclonic real quick before AFK. What are we going to get? We're also going to get one of our spaghetti sauce mutations done, even though that's like always going to happen. But what do you got for us, Griffin? Cyclonic anywhere? Does not look like we got it anywhere. All right, well, we'll wait for that then. It was worth a shot. Spaghetti Sloth is giving us one of his mutations, so we got pasta done. All right, cool. Thanks for pasta, buddy. All right, well, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and AFK then and let our pets work their magic as we AFK. I guess I'll boost my gnome again and maybe get that one done. All right, so just a quick check-in. We got a lot of the mutations done here. We got gnomed done on one of these carrots over here. And then in the mix, we also got corrupt and tranquil done on some of these apples up here. So we moved those guys out of the way, and we also got cyclonic done. So pretty much at this point, we're only waiting for our spaghetti sloth because I still have not seen aromatic and I have not seen sauce. I even looked up here, and that guy up there that's favorited with all the mutations, I did not see aromatic or sauce, so we're still waiting for our spaghetti sloth to give us those two. But we do have 4 Spinosauruses put down now, and that's our max. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put a mimic octopus down. His head's kind of gone, but I'm going to go ahead and put this guy down and a queen bee, and this should help with some cooldowns so we can get the rest of these mutations done a little bit faster, or at least moved over a little bit faster. All right, so we have gotten all of our mutations moved over to the Crimson Thorn, and this took a while, bro. It's like 6 a.m. I need to get some sleep, okay? So we're going to go through this real quick, but as you can see, we probably have the most mutated Crimson Thorn so far in Roblox Grow A Garden. However, the only problem I've noticed is that the rainbow mutation did not get moved over from the Spinosauruses. For some reason, gold did, but not rainbow. And rainbow should have upgraded the gold, but it didn't. So we're going to have a little bit less of a multiplier than we normally do, which is very unfortunate. I really wanted the rainbow for this, but I don't know why that happened. Anyways, in total, we have 48 mutations. And then if we actually separate some, like Cosmic would have 49. Spaghetti would bring us to about 51. Harmonized Chakra, 52. Storm Charge would bring us to about, I believe, 54. I want to say maybe 55 actually, but I'll say 54. Ceramic would bring us to about 56. Frozen, 57. Infernal would bring us to about 60. Paradisal would be 61. Gloom, 62. Abyssal, 63. And that's about it. So yeah, this thing has about 63 total mutations on this Crimson Thorn, which is actually insane. And it's pretty big. Again, the only thing we didn't get is rainbow for some reason, not converting the gold to rainbow from the Spinos. But I guess once you have one, it can't get anything else on it. And we got gold first, which is unfortunate for us. But let's go ahead though and use our magnifying glass to check the value of this Crimson Thorn and see how much this thing is going to be worth as one of the, actually as the best fruit in Roblox Grow A Garden now. So without further ado, we're going to check in 3, 2, 1. This thing is worth only 953 billion. However, I believe if we actually got rainbow instead of gold, that would have been enough multiplier to make this thing a couple of trillions. Plus, if we got a bigger size, I think this thing probably would have been at least 5+ trillion. But I think that gold not actually converting is what really messed this up to not even hit 1 trillion, which is insane because we still had like 60 other mutations on this thing. We're going to go ahead and try to get amber on it real quick by using our raptors. So this will be the last test to see if we can add any more value to this thing. All right, let's see if we get amber by... I just fell off of it. Okay, well, I gotta... Actually, I can use the harvest tool. So let's see if we can get amber by harvesting this Crimson Thorn. All right, we did not get amber. However, here's our Crimson Thorn with all of the mutations. It, for some reason, shrank into this tiny size. And maybe if we check with Steven, let's see if the value changed at all. Nope, still the same amount. So yeah, 953 billion. I'm surprised we didn't even pass 1 trillion with this many mutations on this thing. And it's supposed to be the best fruit in the game now. So I'm actually surprised that we didn't even hit 1 trillion. But I guess the rainbow mutation really does help. And I guess the size of this wasn't as big as it could have been. But I'm very surprised about that. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this, and make sure to drop a like on this video, comment down what videos you want to see next, subscribe for some more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.